Hey, how are you guys? Yes, it's me again, and thank you for watching my YouTube video again. Yes, and I am still continuing posting video every day, and then I don't know how many days I've been doing this, but well, anyway, yes, here I am today, and I'm gonna talk about something, right? So, well, yesterday I talked about a little bit about 52 Chevy, and then how I get it and how I ripped off by Billy. Well, actually, I was scammed by Billy, right? Well, anyway, yes, I got this pickup, 52 Chevy, and then it was, even though it was a very rust bucket, but still it's very cool, right? And I just loved it. And then, after I get it, and then when I get it, it was, just barely, run and barely stop, right? That's the situation. So, yeah, I got, I bought it and I take it to home. Well, actually, I was living in the apartment, and in next to that bar. Yes, I was living in Utah, so bar is not so common. You don't see so much bars in Utah because it's a Mormon state, and then Mormon people doesn't drink, so it's very rare to find a bar in the Utah, especially in that rural side. Well, anyway, there was a bar, and then in the same building, there's a big one-story building, right? And then on the right hand side, there was a bar, and then maybe there's three, I think 4 or 5 units of an apartment next to the bar, and I was living in one of the unit, and then and after I got it, I brought it to my apartment and then parked in front of my door, and then I was always working on it, and then because as I said, it runs, but the idling isn't stable, and it's kind of it's a little bit rough idling. And then I was looking at it, and then on the in the last video I talked about that maybe I thought there it has a blown head gasket, but I look into it, and then I find that the oil leak from that valve cover gasket. So I just change it, and then I change that spark plug and spark plug wire and everything, and I just simply did that maintenance stuff, and then also that I'm trying to adjust the carburetor, right? And then I was doing it, I tried to adjust it in front of my apartment, and then I saw that black Chevy, that that wasn't a good, great one. I think that was well, he is the guy who is living in the same town, and then this guy just because he's I think his was 51 instead of 52, like mine, and my Chevy doesn't have a corner window, but his has got the corner windows in five, so they call it the 5 windows, because you have a window sill in front of you, right? And then you have side window, and there's a back window. But that those Chevys, some those of pickups come with that the one with the corner windows, on the corner of the cab in the back side there's a window, so that means you have a side 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and the back window, and 5 window. It's called the 5 window. But anyway, his 5 window 51 Chevy pickup was it was fixed up, and then it's painted in black and runs good and everything. So yes, anyway, this guy, I've seen him before, maybe 1 or 2 times, and then one day I was working on my Chevy pickup, and then he just I don't know, he just driving by, and then he looked at me and I looked at him, and then he just make a U-turn and came back to me, and then talked to me, and we talked about that, 50, my pickup, and then I told him that I just got it, and then I want to make it reliable so that I could make it daily driver. And then I told him that because I don't have much knowledge of cars, so I told him that I'm trying to adjust this carburetor, but it just didn't I couldn't do it right. And then he just he was very nice. He just told me how to adjust the carburetor, right? That guy is someone I actually met him first time, or actually talked to him first time, but still he teach me how to adjust the carburetor. And then it's after adjusting the carburetor, it runs better, but what he was saying, maybe this carburetor is not good anymore. And then he told me that this carburetor need to be rebuilt, rebuilt. And then so I said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to rebuild it in the future, in the near future. And then he just took off, and but like after 10 minutes or so, he just came back, and then he handed me a carburetor, and then he said that okay, this carburetor is I had it for a spare, but you can use it. And I said, oh, so I told him that how much I have to pay for the carburetor, and he said, okay, no, it's free because you are living in the neighborhood, and I live in the 52 Chevy, so you can just have it. And what a nice guy. I mean, I met him only, that was the first time, that day, it was the first time for me to meet him and actually talk to him. And then he gave me the carburetor. So I swapped the carburetor, and it started to run good. And then, after that, as I said, when I get it, it just barely runs, barely stops. So I have to, work on the brakes and suspension and stuff. So, after that, I took it to the school, and then the school has a shop, right? So during the class, I rebuilt everything, whole front end and steering, and replacing all the bushing and stuff, and rebuilt all four corners of the brake wheel cylinders, and then I think that I put rebuilt brake master cylinder, I think. Well, anyway, after that, after I work on the car in that school shop with the help of our teacher and also the friend, classmates in that class, that 52 Chevy was still rust bucket, but still it was reliable now. It runs and stops pretty good, and then I was very happy about it, right? So our plan from then was trying to do the body work and the painting and stuff. That was my plan. But one day, well, actually, when I was a student at that college, my girlfriend was also with me, and then this girlfriend is my wife now. But anyway, I was going to school, and then my girlfriend was going to the same school, and of course that major was different. But anyway, her father was passed away during we are in the States, but she didn't have money to go back to Japan, and her mother told her that it's okay, you just stay, and then after graduation you come back, and then she's going to try to make some money for that tuition fees for the school, and he's going to try to manage to make money so that my girlfriend or wife can stay in the school now until she graduates. And then so that was very shocking to me, because I know his dad also, and he was a very nice guy, cool guy. So well, anyway, it was very sad, and sad for both of us, and then especially my wife. She was very, upset about it. Well, he was, she was, so sad about that. How dad passed away. While he's in the States. But well, anyway, I thought that maybe, you know, I thought that maybe I should do something, do something to help her out. So what I thought was maybe, if I just sell that 52 Chevy, maybe I could do something, do something for her with that money. So even though I just finished doing the brakes and suspensions and they tune up the engine, and then it runs good, so good, right? At that time. But I thought maybe I just decided to sell it, right? So so I talked to my teacher, automotive technology teacher, because I'm saying calling him a teacher because it's a 2-year college, but it's the course I'm taking was one of the vocational studies, so he's not a professor, he's just a teacher or an instructor. Well, anyway, I told him that I want to sell the Chevy, and then I asked him that if he knows someone who would be interested in buying my 52, and then he asked me why I'm selling it, because he knows that I love that truck so much, and then still why what is the reason why I'm trying to sell it. I told him that story, that my girlfriend that was passed away and everything. I just want to help her out, for some way. And then after I told him, he said, okay, I know the guy who really wants that truck, and then I sold the truck a little bit more than I paid for, and then yeah, that's how that's the reason why I sold that my 50 Chevy, right? So after I sold and I got money, and then this instructor asked me, tell me that well, I was going the name by a card, right? So he just come to me one day after class, and hey, Kaz, I want to give you something. I think that I know I heard all the story about the 50 Chevy and your girlfriend, the daddy, passed away and stuff. And then I thought that maybe you deserve this. I have something that you want to give you because I think you deserve this. And then he told me that to come over to his house, after school. And then I said, okay, yes, I'm gonna come over. And then thank you very much for your for your kindness and stuff, helping me out, sending a truck, and also that you offered me to give me something. I'm so grateful. And I went to that his house, and while I'm driving to his place, I was wondering what is it he's gonna give to me, and he's saying that it's deserved it, the guy like me deserve it, what can it be? I was just have no idea what he's gonna give me. And then when I get I arrived at his house, and I go to the door and knock on the door, and then he opened it, and he said, "Oh, yes, come in." And then I went in, and then he offered me to have a seat, and then I had a seat, right? And then he told me, "Okay, hold on a minute, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna bring that for you." And then he came with that black, like a book, right? And then I wondered, what is that? And I was wondering, and then he handed to me, okay, I think you deserve this. And then I take, receive it, and then I hold it in my hand and I look at that, and it says Book of Mormon, right? Yes, I fully, very appreciate. I'm so grateful that he's giving me, and then I am very appreciate, saying that I deserve this, and then I really appreciate this, offer to give me this Book of Mormon. But I just don't have a use of it. So yeah, that's the story of 52. Well, anyway, yes, Utah is a state, Mormon state, and a lot of people, large amount of portion of people is a Mormon people. And then this guy is very nice, this teacher was very nice, and then he offered me, this to have his Book of Mormon. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate his thoughts about me, and then worrying about me and everything. And then he's one of the guys that I just can't thank enough, because he's been very nice to me, while I'm staying or living in Japan. I'm in the States, right? So, okay, yeah, well, anyway, that's the story, about that, my 52 Chevy. And then, okay, thank you very much for watching my YouTube video, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.